Everybody perspective their perspective. So that's not nothing in my place to answer. That's nothing I can't answer, not answer. But I know for sure I'm not. I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better. Yeah, overall, I feel like I'm doing great. I'm doing what I need to do each and every day. Remaining focused, remaining mind on the complete mission. Not really get comfortable. I'm not comfortable being scout team player. Honestly, that's my situation. So I'm gonna make the best of it. And enjoy my moments. But
Breaking news straight out of Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders just broke his silence, and this time he's not sugarcoating anything. Usually the calm one, Shedeur flipped the script and took direct shots, boldly claiming he's flat out better than some quarterbacks already suiting up in the NFL. And he didn't stop there. He even singled out Joe Flacco by name. Shedeur let his frustration spill over about being stuck on the scout team, admitting he hates the role, but plays it because it's the only path to prove himself. He's tired of being hidden in the shadows, and now he's making it clear. He wants his shot, and he's not waiting quietly anymore. Sanders declared that standing on the sidelines was never part of his plan. He believes he's ready to run the offense today, with skills sharp enough to back up every word. Though he's tried to stay patient, he confessed the waiting game is tearing at him. He wants first-team reps, and he wants them now. This is the first real glimpse of Shedeur losing his cool, and it's setting the stage for serious fireworks. If the front office keeps dragging this out, Cleveland could have a full-blown quarterback controversy on their hands. His most pointed words were aimed straight at the management, blasting the decision to lean on Joe Flacco when his performance speaks for itself.
moments, but overall, this isn't my end goal. Like I'm just enjoying myself, learning, doing everything I have to do, and just ready for my opportunity.
How frustrating can that be when you look around the league and you know that you can play well, better than some of the other quarterbacks, and having to kind of sit and be patient? How frustrating.
Even without seeing the field, Shedeur insists all of this is part of a bigger plan, holding on to faith that his time is coming. But behind that calm front, you can feel the tension boiling. His patience is slipping fast. He's walking a fine line between staying composed and snapping under the weight of frustration. For now, Sanders keeps reminding himself that everything happens for a reason. And in his words, God's got a plan. Shedeur keeps saying he's patient, but his words don't fully match the fire in his voice. The grind has clearly worn him down, and he admitted the whole thing is starting to feel like a joke. Still, he's clinging to his faith, insisting God's timing will flip the script when the moment is right. But deep down, it's obvious the frustration is eating at him. For the first time, Sanders openly talked about his spot on the depth chart. He admitted that while his dedication is locked in, his position right now doesn't scream starting quarterback. Not even close. That reality stings, but instead of folding, Shedeur swore he's taking it one day at a time. No distractions, no outside noise, just tunnel vision toward his goals. And when the rumors came up, the one saying he's about to snatch that starting role, Shedeur didn't sugarcoat it. He flat out said he doesn't know how true those whispers are. But what he does know, he's ready today. With steady preparation and focus, he declared that he could step in as quarterback one this very second. His confidence is so strong, it leaves no doubt. He's convinced he's the future, no matter what the coaches scribble on that chart. But here's where things get really tense. Shedeur isn't the only one under the microscope. The fans and media are restless, and all eyes are now on Joe Flacco. Reporter Mary Kay Cabot dropped a bomb, calling the next game against Detroit a straight-up do-or-die for Flacco. She said it plain. If Joe can't light up the scoreboard this week, his run in Cleveland is finished.
I focus on each and every day on what I got to do, and just because where I am on the depth chart, don't let that dictate, my mindset each and every day, because you don't know what happened or what could happen. So it's really, just keeping the mindset of just staying locked in, staying into everything, and remaining focused on the main thing.
And what happens then? The door swings wide open. Cabot explained that the Browns are ready to look ahead, giving rookie QBs Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders the green light to battle it out. She even pointed to Shedeur's specific strengths: his poise, his accuracy, his drive, all the qualities that make him more than just another rookie waiting in line. Mary Kay Cabot didn't hold back when praising Shedeur. She said flat out that his skill set fills the gaps Cleveland's offense has been missing. She highlighted his arm strength and control under pressure, explaining how, when a defender crashes in during scout team reps, Shedeur can either sling a rocket or float it with perfect touch depending on the moment. That kind of versatility is rare, and she made sure everyone knew it. What really caught her attention were his sidearm throws. She called them surgical, saying Shedeur threads passes through impossible lanes with precision. The ability to adjust angles and loft the ball exactly where it needs to go proves he's more than just another rookie. He's a dangerous weapon waiting to be unleashed. According to Cabot, the only area still catching up is his pre-snap processing. But she insisted that's a skill which improves naturally with reps. And it's not just about him. Cabot pointed out how Shedeur constantly talks about his teammates, guys like Gigi Larvey, making sure they're ready, sharp, and locked in. That leadership shows he's not just fighting for a personal spotlight, he's pushing to elevate the whole squad. But beneath all the praise lies the other side of the story. 6 months of waiting in the shadows have started to wear him down. His legendary patience is cracking under the relentless pressure. Behind the calm face, the frustration is building and the uncertainty is eating at him. Every practice rep is another reminder of the cage he's trapped in. Still, Shedeur refuses to fold. He's grinding daily, convinced his breakout moment is coming. But with no real shot yet, the weight is suffocating. He's holding on to belief, but the tension is undeniable. His horizon is either glory or an explosion of controversy. Cleveland is starting to feel like a battleground, and the fans are picking sides fast.
I don't think playing or not playing, is in my hands. I think based on the situation, it's if things happen, things turn out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play. So I'm ready to play right now.
On one end, you've got the loyalists who still defend Joe Flacco, insisting his veteran experience can steady the offense. But on the other, an even louder crowd is demanding Shedeur Sanders finally get his shot, arguing that Flacco's time has run out and the future is standing right there on the sideline. The split is tearing through the fan base. Social media is buzzing with highlight clips of Shedeur's scout team throws, with fans saying, if he can do this in practice, why can't we see it on Sunday? Meanwhile, every shaky pass Flacco makes gets magnified, fueling chants for the rookie. The Browns' own locker room is starting to feel the ripple too, with whispers that players are quietly curious about what Shedeur could do if handed the keys. Analysts are stoking the fire as well. Some argue the Browns can't afford to waste time when they've got a young quarterback brimming with confidence and talent. Others warn that throwing Shedeur into the storm too soon could crush his growth. But here's the reality. With every week that Flacco struggles, that argument gets harder to defend. This upcoming game against Detroit isn't just about Flacco's future. It's about the Browns' entire direction. If he shines, he buys more time. If he crumbles, the pressure to put Shedeur under center will be impossible to ignore. The controversy has become bigger than football. It's about trust, leadership, and the future of the franchise. And Shedeur, he's staying locked in, but the look in his eyes tells the story. He knows the city is itching for change, and his name is at the center of it all. Now the whispers are getting louder, and they're coming from inside the building. Reports are swirling that Browns management may actually be hesitant to put Shedeur Sanders on the field, not because he isn't ready, but because they're worried about what happens if he is the real deal. Some insiders claim the front office fears that once Shedeur takes over, there's no going back, and that shift could flip the entire power structure in Cleveland overnight. Think about it. If Shedeur steps in and shines, what does that say about the decision to ride with Joe Flacco for so long? It would make the coaching staff and executives look like they've been holding the team back, and nobody in the building wants to wear that embarrassment. Instead of risk being exposed, some believe the Browns are dragging their feet, keeping Shedeur hidden in plain sight. The tension is only getting worse. Local media is hinting that a major shakeup is inevitable, especially with fans turning hostile every time Flacco takes the field. Calls to radio stations are filled with rage, with one fan saying they're protecting their egos, not the team. That raw frustration is spreading like wildfire, putting the spotlight squarely on the front office.
And these are the kinds of things that you have to be able to know how to do pre-snap. And, when we talk about is Shedeur ready, these are the things that he's still working on. But I was struck by how ready he thinks he is. He feels really excited and ready. And he thinks Gage Larvin is ready and Caden Davis is ready. He's like, you need to see these guys. Like, these guys are really, really doing really well, and they just need their opportunity.
Meanwhile, Shedeur's camp is staying professional, but the message is crystal clear. He's ready, and he's tired of being overlooked. Every day he sits, the narrative grows. Is Cleveland really preparing him, or are they just too scared to unleash him? The Browns are walking a dangerous line. If Shedeur explodes onto the scene and dominates, the entire organization will be forced to answer one brutal question. Why didn't this happen sooner? There's no denying the storm of frustration Shedeur Sanders has been carrying. After months of sitting on the sidelines, the lack of respect and recognition has cut deep. He's made it crystal clear. He's ready to step up. But even the strongest competitor can feel the weight when comparisons pile up. Chances never come, and the spotlight keeps passing by. The struggle is real, and the patience is running thin. Still, one thing about Shedeur is undeniable: his determination. When that door finally opens, he's going to kick it wide and own the moment. This isn't just about fighting for a roster spot. It's about claiming everything he's worked for his entire life. Fans know it, teammates sense it, and deep down, Shedeur knows his time is coming. That's why the support matters now more than ever. He's carrying the pressure of media chatter, fan expectations, and the constant microscope of being Deion Sanders' son. Yet through it all, he's pushing forward, locked in, and refusing to fold. The best is still ahead, and when the spotlight finally shifts, the whole league will see it. But here's the real question. What do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders already ready to lead this team, or should the Browns keep waiting before handing him the reins? How much longer should he have to sit while the offense struggles? Is his frustration completely justified, or do you think he's showing cracks in his patience? And just how much of this pressure from fans and media is shaping his mindset right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.